Hi there guys and gals, welcome back to another video. Today we will be looking at a scenario where the Byzantine Empire comes back in modern day. Now the Byzantine Empire was basically the leftover of the Roman Empire, and I tried to recreate the borders of it. They're definitely not the exact same because I took it from a different website, but this is what I could have found. So we're going to use this as our scenario. If you do enjoy this, please leave a comment and share your thoughts about the video. Let's get to the scenario. First thing that the Byzantine Empire does is invade Serbia, Croatia, and Slovenia. These countries are so super small that they just collapsed or right away, and then join the Byzantine Empire. But just in case if you want to see a war, they stand their chance against the Byzantines, and that is full annexation. Now looking at the Middle East, the Byzantine Empire annexes Syria and Jordan because Syria will probably already fall because of it's just sand, and Jordan will do the same because it's also really small. But just in case if you want to see a war, they stand no chance against the Byzantines. And again, full annexation. When Europe sees what is happening in the Byzantine Empire, they decided to form an alliance against all of the European countries in order to be safe. These members are Romania, Hungary, Austria, Slovakia, Czechia, Poland, Moldova, Germany, France, Italy, and the Benelux, Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg, and Ukraine. And all of them form the alliance called the Europe Coalition. But Europe is not the only continent that is forming an alliance. We also have Africa and the Middle East making an alliance. Saudi Arabia is making a protective alliance, and the countries that join are Oman, UAE, Yemen, Qatar, Kuwait, Iraq, and Turkey. The same thing is happening in Africa, where Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, and Sudan form the African Coalition. Morocco doesn't join because they don't like Algeria, and Egypt was about to join. However, they collapsed, and hundreds of Byzantines stormed into the country to capture it as quick as possible for the African countries do. And it's a full annexation. Looking into Europe, Russia is really not happy with the border dispute with the Byzantines and the Russians. So they declare war to recapture Crimea. Crimea is taken over quickly, and Russia also makes a naval invasion into the Byzantines. Unfortunately for the Russians, the Byzantines also make a naval invasion into Russia. The naval invasion by Russia is failing, and the Byzantines continue to invade Russia, taking over Crimea. But then Russia splits the two forces. The right side capitulates, and seeing how horribly they are doing, the Byzantines have a new plan. Remember what Germany did in World War II to win against France? Yep, they're doing the same thing what they did by invading Georgia. Russia now focuses on this front line which means the left forces push in easily. Some Russian forces get surrounded and then they surrender, and the Byzantines continue to push into Russia. Georgia capitulates, and the Byzantines continue to push into Russia. Unfortunately, winter doesn't come and Russia signs peace with the Byzantines. Let's see the peace treaty. In this peace treaty, Crimea is fully taken by the Byzantine Empire, and Russia loses this strip of the coast of the Black Sea. Also, Georgia loses a little bit of its land. The Byzantines prepared their army to invade the European coalition, and that is exactly what they are doing. Byzantine Empire starts to push into Romania. They start to push into Italy, which you can invade because of the mountains, but we're just gonna ignore geography. They connect with the left strip with the red by invading Austria and Hungary. France gets invaded. Romania surrenders. Moldova surrenders. And here is when the Europe coalition signs a peace treaty with the Byzantine Empire. And let's look at the peace treaty. By looking at this peace treaty right here, Italy gets integrated into the Byzantines. France loses a chunk of its land. Austria gets split it up. Hungary loses half of its land, actually a lot of its land. Romania loses another chunk of its land. Romania loses a little bit of its land, and Ukraine loses some of its coast. And finally, Spain loses some land, and Portugal loses some land. Then the Byzantines look over to Africa, and well, it's exactly what you expected. They started invading into Sudan and Libya, and it goes pretty well because most of these countries are full of deserts, so it's pretty easy to push in. Tunisia surrenders. Libya's capital is probably already captured. Surprisingly, Eritrea joins the war to help out Sudan, but it's probably a little bit too late for that. Sudan surrenders, and Libya also capitulates, and it's only Libya and Algeria, which both of them surrenders. Let's take a look at the peace treaty. Alright, seeing this peace treaty right here, Algeria loses some of its land, Libya loses a lot of its land, Sudan loses a lot of its land, and Eritrea is completely annexed. Since the Byzantine Empire borders Morocco now, they declare a war on it to connect the rest of its other land. And that is what exactly they do. They storm in. They even make a naval invasion to right here. And they cut the Morocco into two. They cut this half into two. And then Morocco surrenders. Let's see the peace treaty. In this peace treaty, Morocco loses some of its land, and the Byzantine Empire connects with its other colony. For our final event in this video, we're going to be seeing the invasion of the Middle East coalition. Byzantine Empire cuts off Turkey from the rest, and the rest surrenders. They make an invasion in Iraq. They also make an invasion into Saudi Arabia. They capture their coast, also Yemen's coast. They start pushing into Iraq. Iraq capitulates, and Saudi Arabia signs the peace treaty to the Byzantine Empire. Let's see the peace treaty. Seeing this peace treaty right here, Turkey got fully annexed, Iraq loses its capital and some of its territory, Saudi Arabia loses its coast, and also Yemen loses its coast, and that's it. So that is it for today's video. Let's look at what we have made. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Roman Empire and the Ottoman Empire a little bit, but Maybe that's just me. So that is it for today's video. If you want to see another empire or another historical empire made, tell me in the comments, or if I should play a different game, also tell me that in the comments. But that is it for the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.